Damn, there's so many people. Hello. Hello,
Good
everyone.
evening, Sir Mark.
Hey, Mark. What's up?
Hey, Sprocky. Hey, everyone. I think I should play some background music like I do sometimes. But yeah, I think so. We are waiting for some of the core team members to be here. We were just chatting right before this, so let's give them let's give them 2 minutes and then we'll start. All right, I think we can start. Well, this is a lot of people. I think we can just go ahead. So let me do this. We prepared something for you all. Thanks for joining us. Good morning to everyone. Hope no one's impacted by typhoon or earthquake here. And let me share my screen. So 1 second. All right. Can you guys see it? All right. I won't see the I think I won't see the chat if I'm looking at my screen right now. So yeah, let's get started. Thanks for joining the Gap Community AMA. Super excited to have everyone here. I think this is the most that we've had in a Gap check-in. So I hope you're all excited. For the next half an hour, we'll give you some highlights, both season 2, season 3, and then we'll open the floor for questions. It's not just going to be me. So we have the core team here scattered in the voice channel. So I'll bring them up when it's time for them to share. Season 2, highlights and recap. This felt like ages ago, but just to let you know, We've completed issuing the rewards. Check your OpenSea or whatever NFT wallet you're hosting. You're used to. We have 600 plus wallets, 2,000 achievements, 200,000 YGG tokens distributed. So across 100 quests. So it's a massive jump from season one. And yeah, I'd say we probably uh, uh, have have a long list of what the core team can handle compared to the first season. But this is good. Like I think we're constantly evolving, constantly moving forward. We're adding new stuff and changing things along the way. Leaderboard. So congrats to folks who achieved the most badges. Big Boss, Boring, like all of you on the list. I can see. Oh, I think I see most of you here. So congratulations for achieving a lot of this. This is not an easy work, especially if you think about like trying to figure out all the available quests of finding the rules and then just submitting. So thanks for that. You should give a speech. Post it on the community call chat. Uh, uh, to say your thanks. Rewards claiming. So this is very important. If you haven't done so, it's not just going to be given to your wallets. You have to go like other rewards from YGG. Go to the site, connect. Connect your gap submitted wallet. So whatever you submitted in the forms to the community ops core team, check that, and then if you happen to have the YGG badge separate from the wallet, then that put the one that you submitted specific for Gap, and they don't have to be the same. So deadline to claim it is before the start of the next season, next week, Feb 13. If you don't claim it, it will go back to the treasury. No one's gonna like we're not gonna give it to someone else, but you will not get it. So this is already all your hard work. So make sure you don't forget about this one. All right, scanning the channel. No questions yet. All right, I'll move forward. Season 2, there's also a lot of good stuff happened, but there's also a lot of learning. So there's surveys, check-ins, messages flying around everywhere. We just want to let you know that we are listening to that. So I know you're chatting with a lot of different folks. That funnels into like the Gap team, the quest givers all meet regularly to share the learnings. So here are some of them. So the designs, the variety of games, more rewards and activities are good for everyone. Like I think a lot of people appreciate the expansion of that. There's also things that didn't work. So community opera submission didn't go smoothly for our quest. So you'll be happy to know that you might be happy to know that we're not gonna use that yet again for the next season. So I think YGG is a little bit complex. It can work for certain games or like individual games, but for the scale and complexity that we have, I think that turned out to be not as easy to use. So we might revisit this in the future, but for season 3 we won't. So don't upload anything there, and you shouldn't be seeing any quests anymore. Third is off-season retention awareness can be challenging. What this means is, I think some people still didn't know that some quests are available. So make sure you check, because some of them are a one-time quest that you can achieve, and some of them require a lot of effort and consistency over time. So in order for you to not miss out on any opportunity, make sure you check the list periodically. All right, and then the last one here is checking of quest submission status. We hear you. It took us a while, especially with the new tool. We'll put measures in place to, I don't know, do updates on how that is going, and we'll do communications better on season 3. All right, this is just 4 of the hundreds of feedback that we got. But we just want to let everyone know that we hear you and we're taking actions on many of them. All right. What platform are we going to use? So when we say platform, Carmela, I think that can be interpreted in many ways. So the games will remain like use this game servers and the different channels that you're using. If you're talking about where you can find the gap list, we're going to have a new link for that. We're going to share it separately. You won't find it in this site, so it's going to be separate. If you're asking about the submissions, I will leave that to the quest givers. So yeah, I think right now we're going to make it quote unquote decentralized. Whatever the submission process is, we'll follow that based on who's sponsoring the quest, and then the names will be yeah. I mean, it's the same quest givers that you saw from season two. For those of you who are dropping by and who are new, you'll find the contacts on the site on the new site that will publish. How many months? Oh, this is a good question. We do it quarterly. Yeah, Gap team, we actually haven't locked the deadline for this quest because we like if we go by quarter, the original plan was to end this by end of March. So 3 months season and then 1 month break. Uh, let's assume that for now. And then we'll probably call any extension in succeeding announcements because we realized that yeah we were starting a month late, so we want to consider that as well. So likely we're gonna stick to close to 3 months for this one, and we'll have one season short for this year. That's probably what's going to happen. All right, move on to the next one. Enough about me giving updates. I'll hand it over to community ops and the quest leads to share the highlights on their end. I'll put you on the spot, Nate. You there?
Hi guys, good evening. Okay, so I'm handling the Axie Infinity quests. So thanks for all the help of the game ambassadors here and the Ministry of Industry of YGPH. So yeah, a few quests here which is like the same with as the previous one. So we have players that are achieving dragon rank, challenger rank, but instead of it becoming only being available to scholars, now it's available to the whole community of YGG. You should only have a YGG guild badge. Then if you achieve these ranks, then you can qualify for the quests. So yeah, that's one of the changes there. The next one would be we would like to get guild leaders to onboard their community into YGG. So we have a quest. We have quests as well for guild leaders. So before, if the changes right now would be before these are available to scholarship managers only for YGG, which handle YGG scholars, handle YGG assets. But now we're opening it to to guild leaders that have their own, let's say, a small guild that wants to join the YGG ecosystem. So yeah, you are free to do these quests as well. Yeah, the next like change would be or addition would be we have a few quests as well for the Axie land gameplay. The homeland game that they launched. They just recently launched. So yeah, feel free to join that as well. Thanks, and yeah, that's really all for me. And I think we have a few quests with Mike with regards to esports. So please check that out as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Okay, Mike.
Yeah, I can hop in here. Thanks for the smooth segue, Nate. Yeah, so for esports, we're basically keeping it the same. The one change that I made was instead of gating a lot of the Axie leaderboard quests for Rising Star players, I opened it up for the wider community. So basically, anybody who is representing YGG on the leaderboards is eligible for that quest. So that means if you have YGG in your in-game name, and it's like visible on the leaderboard, you are eligible. And it's important to note that now Sky Mavis made some changes with the leaderboards. You have different eras, so it's going to be a little bit more challenging, right? Because each era ends, and it acts as like a season end in a way, right? And so for this one, consistency is going to be key. So if you finish really well on one of the eras, but you do poorly in the other ones, you can get overtaken by somebody else. So you'll always have to consistently try to place well in each different era. So yeah, it's a little bit more challenging for that one. But yeah, apart from the rest, it's pretty much the same as season 2.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Mike. So if you have any questions, you feel free to ask. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nate. I think the next on the list is most of Fallen's quest.
Yeah, a mixture between me and AC here. But yeah, I will start off with going through Castle Crush, LOK, Geno Pets. For LOK, a lot of the quests are very similar to last season. We didn't do a lot of tweaking there. Castle Crush, we have the same number of quests, but the key differences this season are going to be it's more based off of ranking and not so much placement within guilds. We're having some issues with people realizing that they could get pretty much the same rewards for placing in a lower guild, which is easier. And we want to obviously avoid that. People trying to game the system and such. Geno Pets, as most of you are aware, we're still having issues with the habitats. That being said, though, thanks to Labu's awesome work there, we have been able to come up with some, I'm going to say, similar quests to continue, rewarding the active community there through events and pretty much a few of the same gap quests as last season. The big new one that I'm handling this season is going to be Pixels. So that's a new game that we're not necessarily partnered with, but there's been a lot of outreach from the community that it's a game they're interested in. So there's a whole new slew of quests for that game coming out that you guys will be able to see in the next week or so. So lots of exciting stuff as always for Gap season. And like Nate said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And I'll pass that off to AC.
Yeah, hi, good evening, guys. So for me, Legends of Venari has a good turnout of the quest. So we're gonna have some few changes. Added one quest and some subtractions of quests for LOV. And crypto. Watch out for the new crypto unicorns quest that will be added up, and some changes with big time and Cybele quest. So yeah, all in all, a good turnout for the quest, and for the guys, watch out for the new quest. Thanks.
Thanks, Fallen AC. I'm gonna switch over to Serrano. I forgot about his ask to go first. So, Serrano, do you want to share your highlights? Oh, okay. Now he's in another call. Then we can proceed. Kazuo, you can go next.
Hey everybody. Yeah, thanks for participating in season 2, and we're super excited to start season 3. I think a big focus of Gap in general is to make everybody here who's participating a partial owner of the guild through the tokens. And not only that, but we want to create leaders of the guild, so community leaders. And one of those quest that kind of facilitates that is the Founders Coin quest, and we'll be reintroducing this again for season 3. So if you're a Founders Coin holder and you're in this channel right now, start brainstorming ideas of how you will be a leader and bring value to the community. And this quest isn't just limited to the Founders Coin holders. You can be a community member that doesn't necessarily own the coin and partner up with a Founders Coin holder and submit the quest via someone from that group. So this is something for everybody to think about how to be a leader and how to contribute value to the community. So yeah, looking forward to seeing where that goes. Psych did a really great job for season 2, but we're gonna continue iterating on this, and yeah, super stoked to see what you guys come up with. Thanks.
Thanks, Kazuo. Hey, you have some good numbers here.
Highlights for season 2 for game testers. Yup, we have not doubled, tripled. We have quadrupled our participation from the last season. So looking forward to this season, we have a new quest. Yes, game testers. So let me just drop some GIF on the chat. So yeah, we are currently on our 6th test. So if you have been part of the game testers, this qualifies as one of the quest. So for this season, it's quite obvious that it's gonna be a Naruto themed one. So we have Genin GT, or GT for game testers. That's our beginners quest. Then we added this one, tuning GT. This is the newest one because before we only had 2 quests, the beginner, which only requires you to complete 1 game test, and then the higher quest, which requires you to complete 60%. But now we have Chunin, which you would only require to complete 40% of the total game test within this season. So the last one among our quest for this season is the Jonin GT. If you are familiar with the anime Naruto, you would kind of guess why it's Genin, Chunin, and Jonin. So yeah. We are really excited for this season, and right now we are on the 6th, so you can still participate in the game testers program if you want to. I'm gonna share as well our link. So if some of you would like to hop in, be part of our elite reviewers for our games, so fill up our form and then join our Discord server. So yep, Game Testers Quest happening this season for GAP.
Thanks, May. Thanks for putting the links on chat. I think that's most of it. Crimton, do you wanna share something from SPL? Putting you in the spot. I think. Let me know if you're able to unmute and share. And I think Sedano is the other one. So just give us a.
I'm here.
Oh, are you free to speak now?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So for season 2, congratulations to the up and coming new mods. Oh, there you go. New mods and also new community helpers. But yeah, more importantly, so now the community helpers quests and mod quests will now be handled by the community ops team. and we are bringing out a new set of quests under Sedano, which will be the community marshal quests. So shout outs to our previous content creators from season 2. We are expecting a handful of you guys now to be getting the community marshal's role, and yeah, there are going to be separate or more opportunities from you guys. And yeah, we're looking forward to be working with you on media operations and building out the other weekly shows, especially that we have a lot of newer games coming up. And yeah, something to look out for. For content creators, we are also expanding these quests. We have reclassified. We are gonna be modifying the criteria. We're gonna be making it a bit harder, but also you can expect a lot more new features, and also definitely something to look forward to with the NFT rewards as well. The reason behind this is because I think that we are at a position where for the first 2 seasons we've seen who of the community members are really committed into delivering quality content, and we want to push you guys further and also be able to give more opportunities for those who are taking the quest seriously. So definitely something to look forward to in season 3. We have launched YGG TV just this month, and we can only expect these new talents to surface more and getting new opportunities in YGG TV as well as we move forward. So congratulations, and yeah, looking forward to everything that you guys come up with.
All right. Thanks, Serrano. I think that's most of the folks. Did I miss anyone? Who wants to share? Scanning the list here. If you do, yeah, by all means, type it in the chat, and then we'll bring you up the stage. All right. Now let's go to the fun part. Let's go to season 3. Starts next week, as mentioned earlier. And this time, maybe I'll bring Landfill on the stage. Do you want to take this one?
Hey everyone. Yeah, I lost your slides. Oh, is that because? Okay. Hey everyone. Yeah. So season 3. Excited to continue to step this gap forward. We're aware that this is a work in progress. So we definitely are continuing to adjust, and we hear your input and feedback. The Community 3 was short-lived, so we're happy to be moving back into a system that we think is a much smoother fit. So the one of the big things about what's changing ahead is just in general YGG's approach to games. So community. I think many of you have heard that we're starting to try and reach broader with the games that we're getting involved and active around. So we're coming. Our model used to be we would really focus around games that we were invested in specifically and partnerships. But now the entire space is expanding so quickly, and there's so many games emerging, and we hear. We want to hear more about the games you're playing. We want to keep our eyes on the industry at large, and so we're shifting our approach to that. And so the gap will evolve alongside that, right? As YGG shifts our focus, the program here will evolve there. So yeah, the objective is to keep stepping this forward and learn as we go. And so I'm seeing a lot of things in chat about needing more games. Cuckoo, I saw you talking about the just changing the name just to claim a quest. So the gaming of quests, all of these things we're taking note of, and we're going to continue pushing the model forward in terms of how these quests are reviewed and the level of activity required to get involved here. So Gap priorities will shift from rewarding in-game activity with partnered games to a targeted pipeline of identifying and evolving community leaders. So Kazuo touched on this. The Gap, the Guild Advancement Program specifically, or Achievement Program specifically, will be focused on. We want to identify you community members who are wanting to participate. So I also saw in the chat a lot of people requesting community helpers. So that's another part of the system that we want to fold into this. And so we want the Gap quests to really show the work that you're doing by being involved in the community with each other, the community together as we play games, so I lost the slides here, but just gonna switch over to the.
Sorry, Hanfield.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me share again.
Yeah, no, I've got it up on my screen. So, we want when I see the request for more games, we definitely hear you, and we're going to move in that direction with quests for that. But the Gap itself will be moving more into the evolution of community leaders. We want to start building your reputation. We want to start so the things like the leaderboard and the badges over time. We want these to start reflecting the amount of activity and participation that you're involved here and in the space at large, right? So. Another change this upcoming is the introduction of the Gap Council. So I guess welcoming Day officially as well. I'm not sure if that's been done, but Day has joined Core, and he's really stepped into the Gap program and quest design, and as well as Gap Council. So really a continued effort to increase connectivity, because that's another thing that we've heard, and we are the community operations team is definitely trying to plug in. So the Gap Council is an initiative that Day's really taking a lead with, and you'll hear more about that later in this. And then additional questing programs. So this is as we focus on evolving community leaders, we also will be folding in the more games piece. So hearing you on that and moving forward there. So Mark, you skipped season 3 mission slide. Are we going back to that, or?
Yes, it's on the screen. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So the mission here, I guess, with those, that's some of the changes, moving away from Community 3 and some changes around YGG's focus in the industry. So our mission here, we've kind of stated as support and development of community members who want to participate. Continue to help YGG members build gaming reputation and reward valued contributors. And so, we look at this YGG token distribution as your ownership in this ecosystem, and we have big plans for where that will go. So these, especially those of you who are here and participating early, you have a head start on building your reputation, which we really believe will become something special. We have a lot of big plans for what the reputation becomes in terms of your stake in YGG as well as the broader space. This isn't just that you got a badge that's kind of cool to have sit in your wallet. We're really building these pieces towards a bigger vision, and we're excited to continue to roll that out this year. Continue to serve as one of the key YGG token distribution mechanisms to valued members. Touched on that, but this is the Gap is the method to distribute YGG tokens to those of you who are most active. And so being here early, especially, that's really exciting to see you starting to build your sort of stake in YGG, both in reputation and token shares and things like that. Improved community and game partner involvement. Yeah, so this is the development of community leaders. This is game helpers, game ambassadors, game testers, marshals, media marshals, things like this. Like all of these roles that continue to develop the community as a whole, and sort of your involvement as leaders. What we really want to be supporting the initiatives that involve community leadership, and so to highlight a few things. I think Castle Crush being a guild game, the quests are steered towards participating in clans. Crypto Unicorns, the gameplay isn't there yet, but the quest is around a community activity, which is like sort of special community events. So these are, and then the Founders Coin holder, about sort of bigger picture community, like YGG initiatives. All of these kinds of quests are what I'm viewing as like really, really valuable in terms of understanding your effort and initiatives, and figuring out ways to support those through quests. So please, if you have any ideas, if you want to start your own streams, content, if you want to start your own YGG art, or just community meetings, podcasts, working together as groups, any of these ideas, please bring them to sort of anybody within core. We want to hear more of them, and we want to figure out ways to support those, and that especially as it lends towards group and playing together, because that's ultimately where we want to be. So yeah, that was long talks about those two slides.
Sweet, thanks, Landfill. Seeing a lot of seeing lots of excitement in the chat. So I think we can move to the next one. So let's do this. What's changing? We've covered a bunch of this, Landfill, but feel free to add.
Yeah, I did the what's changing slide first there.
Yeah, okay,
so
okay.
I think I ran through that pretty well.
All right, and
Or,
then
I don't know
yeah.
what well.
Okay. I think we covered this season 3 quest. Yeah, we sort of did that in the season 2 highlights as well. So take a look. This is the games / categories of quest. We didn't list down the whole set because it's like 100 plus. But if you find your favorite games here, then that's great. If it's not here, that means that we currently don't have one up. We don't have anyone sponsoring the quest. So yeah, this will be ready for publishing again by next week. But giving you some heads up here. All right, there are no questions currently. And then speaking of finding people who can step up and be leads in different areas. So when we were thinking about the quest, you'll see when you see the published list, it's going to be similar to how it was for seasons 1 and 2. But rest assured that we put a lot of thought in terms of like who are we building the quest for? Are we making sure that everyone every valuable members are represented? And we started thinking about like targeting these quests to different skill sets, effort, and roles. So these are just some of them. Tying this back to what Phil said, we want to elevate the community members, build reputation, and there's a lot of behind the scenes work that we've been doing with the entire Gap team. So we'll see that translate over time into more details, more visible descriptions and criteria. But for now, for the next season, expect we'll focus still on the list that you see to make sure that you're aware of what's available. So yeah, just letting you know about this list. All right, what do we have? Oh, mechanics. So we'll have. I think it'll be best to have a separate AMA for this. But just to let you know, The list of quests won't be available on the old site. Again, we mentioned a few times that there are no community links. We will post the link when that is ready, and then I will let the quest givers share the submissions separately. Yeah, don't you won't find it. And how to participate. So there aren't any from a program perspective. It's similar to the past season. Check the FAQ. I'll hand it over today shortly. But get support in the specific game channels. Ask the mods, the game ambassadors, and FYI, we have a separate one just for Gap. And then yeah, make sure you get the badge. The badge isn't a requirement to start the season, but you have like you have one season to make sure you claim it. This is Polygon, so it shouldn't be as expensive as when we have the OG badge. All right. All right. I will move forward. I think that's mostly it. I'll hand it over to Day, who's also the one who proposed the council at the beginning. Day.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mark. Can you hear me? It's fine? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank you for participating last season, guys. And that's good timing of a question from Boring, like Gab Council will pursue. Yes, indeed, we are trying to uh, make make it make the council like reach a proper form, so people have an understanding of what it is. But basically, the Gap Council has been recently formed, and its purpose is to help like core members like define the gap and help them like assist in a wider way, I would say. So this is a community-led initiative. So we are kind of open to participation in that aspect, and actually the former members worked already on a document that will be used for next season release, which is the FAQs. There is also some feature that could potentially be released for that season, but we are waiting to finalize this ones before announcing anything. And so, as you can see on the screen, there is some different areas we wanted to focus our efforts on, which is the first one being like the onboarding efforts or guides, like generating a lot of documentation for people to understand like what is the game advancement program, how can I join it, like basically what like will be delivered through FAQs, but not only. So this is for this part of it. There is also efforts in quest design, so to basically have a sense of what is a good quest, what is a bad quest, eventually open up to more suggestion from the community. What do they think would make a good quest, and eventually maybe in the future like opening even more in like suggesting your own quests based on templates or guidelines, this kind of stuff. And then there is what is quest operation, I would say, which is like more getting deeper into how do we communicate to players, for example, when there is changes made within a season inside the quest. So it's much more clearer, and it doesn't feel like we are wasting your efforts, and working around that. So everyone gets a proper understanding and fair compensation for that. And the final thing I think the council can have a grasp on is status reports. So whatever is aligned with the tracking the progress of your own quest, or I submitted my requirement, but is it being reviewed yet? Like, why has it been like invalidated? This kind of things. And so we will need people to work on that. So keep an eye out. There will be announcements soon. And I think that's it for me. I can take question as well.
All right, thanks, Day. I think that's let me see if there's anything else. Oh, that's it. So we introduced Day as part of the core and taking charge of the council. I think there's a lot of folks from YGGPH here. So I do want to check, Sraki, do you have anything to share?
Yeah. Hey man, it's Rocky here from YGPH. I'm the community lead. So we have acquired, we hired Guku to be part of our team as the YGPH Gap Ambassador. Can you say hi, Guku, to our community?
Hey guys, hello, can you hear me? What's
Yeah, yeah.
up?
So yeah, for YGPH Gap initiatives, Guku will lead it, and will post and maybe host an AMA, and yeah, for all of our marketing efforts here in YGPH. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Coco. Thanks, Fraki. That's it. I think we are just in time. So I will open the floor for any remaining questions. And core team, feel free to unmute if we missed anything important here. Let me see. I'm seeing a lot of emojis, but no questions. So let's see. Yes, Slicer next week. Or uh, all right. I guess there's nothing else. So it's let's wrap this up. If you have anything else, just yeah, post it on the chat channel, and then that ends the Gap season EMA. Thanks for joining us. Cheers, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Sir Mark.
Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.